What's up? What's up, homies? Welcome back to Doing Stuff with Diana. Today I'm going to talk about some side stories when it comes to Amway and basically little stories that just goes to show how much they want to control your life and how much they want to be part of it. And in the future, I'll be talking a little bit more about why I even left. But for now, I think these stories aren't long enough to have their own video, but are just as important. Let's go ahead and start with February of last year when I wanted to go to Mexico, and they, being my upline, were coming into town, right? They come in every 2 weeks from Washington. And so that month I was like, oh no, I have to tell them that I'm not going to be here for 2 weeks because I'm going to be going to Mexico to visit people that I haven't seen in 12 years. So kind of important in my opinion, but I guess that's not important when you're building your business, right? Because I let her know through that little voicemail system we have, the communicate, I let her know that, hey, I'm not going to be coming in. Sorry, I'll miss you guys. See you next time. And she sent me a voicemail back saying, oh, is there any way you can return the airplane ticket? It's because you have to understand that we sacrifice a lot to come down here and teach you guys everything we know each month, and it's just so important for you to go and be trained with us. And the whole time as I'm hearing that, I'm like, no. Because, it was very important. I wanted to go to Mexico. Sorry. And I told her, no, I'm sorry. It's because my uncle bought me the airplane ticket. And so there's just really no going back on it. And for whatever reason, that's what got her to be like, oh, okay, your uncle bought the ticket. Okay, have a good time. But it's just kind of like, why is it that, no offense, but every lesson that they gave us, was like so repetitive each time. Or if there was new guests, it was just the same shit each time about how the business works and blah, blah, blah. So of course I never wasn't really learning anything. It was just repetition so that it could stick to your head, right? And so either way, it was beneficial for them. Even though I wasn't learning something new, it was beneficial in that it would get me in that mindset to keep giving them money. So there's that. But of course, I'm sure now they think, oh, she quit. So, and it was because she wasn't serious. Remember that vacation she took to Mexico? Yeah, that's why she quit. She wasn't brainwashed enough. Anyway, another story. There's a lot. You would think that there wasn't, but there is a lot. Okay, that same upline lady. There was this one time, I've talked about it before, when I went to Vegas for their out-of-state conference and whatnot. Every time they have an out-of-state conference, they have an optional church service, right? On Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Being that I'm not religious, let alone atheist, if you believe in a religion, good for you. Any and all opinions are cool. I don't care. But I will not attend your church. That's just how it is, right? Well, same thing goes for them with their optional church service. Oh, no. Before we went out there, she sent a voicemail to all the people here in Arizona, and they were like, I know some of you aren't religious, and I know some of you don't believe in that stuff or are Christian, but we would really want you to go to that optional church service so you could see how the successful people in the business think. The whole time, again, while I'm hearing that voicemail, I'm like, no, sorry. I don't care how much I want to work this business or whatever. I'm not Christian. I don't believe in none of that shit. I'm not going. And what do you know? I didn't go. I was with my boyfriend there too, and he was like, no, we did not go. We got up nice and late and went to the little in-between meeting before the afternoon session started. And so later on, when we got back to Arizona, she was on, did you end up going to the optional church service? And I was like, no. Well, I said it nice. I was like, no, I didn't. Oh, Diana, I'm so disappointed. it was so beautiful. It was so wonderful. Here, I'll send you some recordings from that church service so you can see what they talked about, because I believe in you. I know you will build this business. And I was just like, oh, she believes in me. But I'm still not going to church. I'm just saying though, like, that's why they need their church things going on. I'm going to link a woman talking about why church and Christianity and religion is just so interwebbed with MLMs in general, because they need that outside force in order to get you to stick to it and convince yourself that it's gonna work, right? It's kind of like, I have to build this business. I'm gonna build this business. God wants me to build this business, right? And so unfortunately, since I don't believe in God and stuff like that, I'm sure they're like, oh, she could have built this business if she was a Christian, or if she at least believed in God. And so it just goes along with all of that. I'll go ahead and put that in the description. Another story. So there was this one time after a regional conference, which is within your state, that we were having an after meeting with our little group or whatever. And me and this girl like bonded pretty good because she also wasn't religious. And I was like, hell yeah, that's my shit, you know? Me and her happened to be talking afterwards. And that lady, same lady, came up to us and started talking to us and blah, blah, blah. And she kind of like directed her attention to the other girl. And she was like, oh, you're just such a good person, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You should go to church with us. And you could tell, like, I'm so sensitive to awkward situations. You could see it on that girl's face. She was like, And I do not know what happened after that, because my ass was like, and I happened to slip out of the conversation. Because I was about to be like, she ain't gonna ask me if I'm going to church. That was so awkward. Okay, there was this other time where we were going to Portland, which was my last conference before I quit. And I stayed at a hostel because it's cheaper than whatever they always choose, because it's freaking expensive. And I'll have you know, the last time I went to Vegas, I was supposed to like share a room with this one chick, upline, and two other girls. And even with that, I happened to cancel, and I still had to like pay her because I felt bad. I was like, okay, I told her I was gonna pay, and now I'm not gonna. I'll just pay. When she finally told me the total, it was $160 for me to pay her. I was like, the fuck? After the split between 4 people, what luxury hotel did you choose? But anyway, after that, I was like, I ain't rooming with none of these people. They be choosing the most expensive hotels, and I'm cheap. I went to Portland, and I got a hostel. And it was at the time where there was like a bunch of protests and stuff out there. I'm not sure what happened exactly, but there was a bunch of protests, and everyone was pissed and yelling and screaming and causing fights, which I did hear about on the news or whatever. But I was just like, whatever. What I gotta do with me, you know? Before we even got there, the lady was like, please stay with us, please. I'm just so worried about your safety. I don't want you out there by yourself. Have you heard of all the Antifa protests out there? You could be in so much danger. And I was like, I'm good, thanks. I already bought the hotel room. She even told me, she was like, I will go and pick you up there. Like, I don't know if she was joking, but she was like, I will go and pick you up there by the time we get there so you could stay with us. I already paid for the the hostel. I'm not gonna cancel it and go stay with you. I'm like, are you really concerned about my safety, or are you just trying to get that cash money again? And she was like, I won't even charge you. And I'm like, no, I'm good, thank you. But I just feel like that's also another thing that they will say, stopped me from building the business, because I wasn't around people that thought the same thing. I was wasting money staying away from everyone else when I should have been with like-minded people. That's all I got for now, homies. Keep doing stuff. Like, subscribe, share, comment.